Napoli dominated this game from beginning to end. Dries Mertens should have made it 3-1 when he got a ball ahead of Areola. They got away with that one. That kept PSG in the game. And only at that point, I felt Neymar, who has the ability to step up and take command of games, that he got himself involved and started running at defenders and started being more purposeful in what he did. And then you saw the best of PSG. But in this competition, against the likes of Napoli, you cannot afford, regardless of how good you are going forward, to be poor at the back and only go at teams in the last 20 minutes.
Let's bring Gab Marcotti into the conversation, who is, of course, a big Tommy Tuchel fan. Why isn't he sorting this out, Gab? Why is he not addressing these issues that everybody can see?
I mean, look, I completely agree on the fact that it's disjointed. Shaka made a great point. Also, the financial fair play and uncertainty has meant that the squad isn't as deep. You know, he's got some very good starters, but even the fact that to find a left back, they had to go and take Bernat from who Bayern offloaded, and who I think is just not a left back, especially not defensively. I think that shows how hamstrung they are. It looked as if they had turned the corner, admittedly in the French league, but the players were working hard for each other. I thought they played much better in the second half after switching to a back three when Thilo Kehrer came on. Maybe that's something that you can build on. But I also think in this game, they were also let down by the fact that we all talk about these fantastic individuals that they have. Two of these fantastic individuals were incredibly poor against Napoli. One of them, Edinson Cavani, who this had been coming for a while. The other one, Kylian Mbappe, who maybe arguably had one of his worst games of the season. So I think we need to throw that into the mix as well. But yeah, I agree. There's a ton of work to be done here.
You know, when I say about defending, I'm not talking about players chasing the opposition, slide tackling, fighting with them, punching them. I'm not talking about that. You know, when you have players like Neymar and Mbappe in particular, you're not expecting them to do that job. That's not what you want them to do. But what you have to do in a team concept, and this is what Tommy Tuchel for me doesn't do, particularly in the Champions League, you ask them to get back into a position. That's all you do. Yep. You don't ask them to fight with him in the body. You say, right, straight away, when we lose the ball, I need you to get back in here so that at least we're tightened up a little bit. What, Steve, and that does not happen.
Steve, there's another aspect as well. If you're a top-class footballer and you're thinking about the tactical side of the game, if you're seeing that your mates are basically getting overrun in the middle of the park and you're getting threatened, your goal's getting threatened frequently, would you not think to yourself, I'm going to drop into this hole, I'm going to drop in, I'm going to supplement the middle of the park? I mean, that's the way that I think you should go about it. Maybe I don't know whether these lads are selfish, whether they don't recognise it, or whether they just don't want to do it.
But then that's down to Tuchel. We were talking about Unai Emery, that he couldn't handle Neymar because he was too big for him. And then they brought Tuchel in. So is it just the same old? He's too scared to tell them to get the backside in and pick up a decent spot?
Go on, Gab.
I don't know. Maybe I've been drinking the Kool-Aid. I assure you, it's not like that. I think you guys have really been influenced by the nightmare that was the Liverpool game. I think we're too.
They played a game 2 days ago, and it was the same. It was the exact same, Gab. You're saying
nothing like that.
You're saying we're being influenced by but this is not the way it is. Well, hold on a second. Whenever you watch a game of football, when you train during the week and when you prepare for a game, you're supposed to see the end of it at the end of the week in the game. And what we're seeing in the game is a team that doesn't defend as a team. We're seeing players with superstar names, with superstar reputations, who will not get back in a position to help out the team. That is a fact. We can't argue with that.
No, but I would argue that the reasons behind it are different. Against Liverpool, you had a front three that simply stayed up there and you almost looked disinterested. I think in this game, what you had specifically from Mbappe and Cavani, Neymar woke up later. He wasn't. I mean, he's got issues too. But those two guys really struggled to get around the pitch, and they faced an opponent in Napoli who are just a very, very clever team, that they had a manager who knows PSG inside out. He knows the culture, he knows the issues, and he was able to go and diffuse them. And the game ended up a draw, and maybe with more luck that they could have won. Maybe if Cavani and Mbappe had shown up to play at the attacking end, leave the defensive end to one side, they would have had more goals. Listen, I'm not going to go and defend PSG, and I'd rather go and lavish praise on Carlo Ancelotti.
That's exactly what you did.
As you know.
He just did.
All I'm telling you is there was a run of games between the Liverpool game and this one, where they actually did play like a team, and their forwards, even the big stars, actually worked hard, and it didn't happen against Napoli.